Crypto Activator here, and welcome back to another video. In this video, in fact, it's my first live AMA. So welcome to the first live AMA. It's going to be an exciting time here. I have an exciting guest that's about to be on here, and it is AJ Brockman with EMP Money. I've been, looking forward to having AJ on the live here on a channel when I start doing AMAs, and here we are. Here I have him. We're going to talk a little bit about, EMP money, why I like EMP money. Actually, it's one of my favorite DeFi protocols to be participating in, especially here now in the bear market, ramping up, building, getting ready for the up and coming bull market. And EMP Money has a new feature, a new product that is coming out here, some NFTs. So we're going to get AJ to talk a little bit about that. But first, we'll go over a little bit about EMP Money. So I'm going to bring him on here right away. All right, here we are. AJ, how are you?
All right, Crypto Activator. Wonderful, brother. I really appreciate you having me on and your continued support in the protocol and to be one of your first or the first AMAs is awesome, bro. So,
Yeah,
yeah, happy
excellent.
to be here, man. Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm happy to have you on here. This is exciting. Excellent.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's get started here. And of course, for everybody viewing, everybody watching this, remember this is not financial advice. This is crypto. All right, we're going to talk about some crypto stuff here. So when it comes to crypto, always do your own research, make your own decisions when it comes to crypto and what you do with your funds. All right. And while you're at it, hey, smash that like button, drop me a comment down below. It really does help the YouTube algorithm and help bring this channel up and help grow this small channel as well. All right, so let's start off here, and AJ, why don't you introduce yourself here to those that are watching, and tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background, and then we'll go into a little bit about EMP money.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. So my name is AJ Brockman. I'm fully doxxed, fully KYC'd, transparent. Again, you can Google my name as well. And that was something really different, especially in the DeFi landscape of everybody being anonymous. I wanted to make sure that I was a little more, transparent and available. I mean, again, we're nothing to hide here, and we wanted to make an amazing crypto project. So as you can probably tell, I'm also in a wheelchair. So I'm a quadriplegic. I have a neuromuscular condition called spinal muscular atrophy, and I've been in a wheelchair since I was 2 years old. But I never let it hold me back. I started my career as a digital artist, and I actually did a portrait for Barack Obama back in 2012, and that was like my claim to fame. And so I had a lot of success in the real world. I opened multiple businesses, an art gallery, a craft beer brewery, a music venue, and so I also have some commercial real estate. So all of that business acumen I wanted to bring to crypto as well. And I got really involved in crypto about 7 years ago, um, and really got full time into crypto about 5 years ago. And so I've been able to make an incredible amount of wealth in crypto. I love the technology. Again, everybody says they're here for the technology, but I really am. I think it is, a life changing, mechanism with crypto that really can change and is changing all the financial sectors of the world. So yeah, man, that's a little background on me. Again, I made a lot of great friendships being in crypto over the last 5 years. I have a great relationship with our developer, Jake. I don't consider myself a developer. I can read code and I definitely help on all the economic models, but we do have a developer, an extensive team as well that helps us do what we need to do. And so, yeah, we started EMP in January of this year, and we've had some amazing success so far. So, absolutely.
Excellent. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now can you tell us like EMP money a little bit here? You started, or what's your role with EMP actually? Let's let everybody know what is your role with EMP and when did EMP money come about?
Totally. So I am the team lead at EMP. So again, the face, so to speak. But we the beauty of EMP is that it truly is a decentralized economy. So we never had an ICO. We don't fit any of the security laws. I mean, this is just code on the internet that we have deployed, and all the founders of EMP made a vow to each other that we would not dump on our community. So typically, when these projects launch, and so to back up a little bit as well, we are a tomb fork. So a lot of you may be familiar with the tomb fork model. We really are moving away from that model and have already implemented a ton of utility on top of our platform with the detonator and the reactor, which we'll talk about later. But we started the tomb fork. And we've had great success with that. And we chose the tomb fork model because really it's one of the only economic models where everybody can win. And I know that sounds crazy, but through controlled inflation, everybody thinks inflation is a bad thing, but as long as inflation is controlled, it can be a really powerful thing as well. So that's why we started EMP. Again, we didn't want to have another, SHIT coin or meme token, something that everybody really could get behind. So with that, typically in a tomb fork, or tomb model, they have what they call a genesis phase, and that is when the very early on all the initial liquidity is minted, and so that's when you see some crazy volatility, and usually why tomb forks or that tomb model doesn't last because everybody gets in early, they dump on everybody else's heads, and then it's over. So we wanted to change that, and we took a vow. The six founders of EMP took a vow to each other that we would do the Genesis phase. It would be closed to the public. We would mint the initial liquidity, have it airdropped right to our wallets. Again, no ICO, no pre-sale, none of that. And then we held the floor. So again, everybody that got in after us, we didn't dump on their heads, and we were able to really have some amazing success with that. And so with the tomb fork model, there's always a peg, and typically it's pegged to a stable asset, and that's why we've seen major failure with Luna and a lot of other algorithmic projects because when you're pegged to a stable token, there's just so much pressure to maintain that peg that it ends up ultimately failing. However, at EMP, we are pegged to an appreciating asset, which is Ethereum. So we're super bullish on Ethereum. It's been outperforming, Bitcoin and pretty much every other blue chip asset. And so not only are you able to earn amazing APR in our protocol, but you have direct exposure to Ethereum as well. And we are on the Binance Smart Chain or the BNB network. We did that to avoid the gas fees, but it is actual Ethereum, BEP20 Ethereum, that is backed by Binance. So again, it's the best of both worlds. And now we even have exposure to BNB as well through our eShare BNB farm or pool reactor rather. And so yeah, I mean, what other protocol are you going to be able to earn sustainable APRs with exposure to the two top performing assets, blue chip assets in crypto, BNB and ETH? During a bear market, I mean, it's pretty incredible. So yeah, that's a quick overview. Again, our protocol can be very complicated, so I apologize if it comes off as a little bit a lot of info. But we do have an academy as well, so that was another really innovative thing that we did. We were the first, one of the first, if not the first, crypto project to offer a full 1 hour, 1.5 hour academy that literally brings you by the hand on how to operate and how to interact in our protocol totally for free. So again, you don't have to pay for the course. Other people charge thousands of dollars for the same info that we give away. And even if you're not into EMP, you can earn a lot, or you can learn a lot from those videos as well. So again, we focused on transparency and education first, and that's really what has set us up, for the success that we've had.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. And I do have to say that those key points that you have mentioned are the main points and why I believe EMP money is such a great ecosystem. You've got a lot going on in the ecosystem, right? But I tell you, I mean, not only do you have these assets that you're talking about, Ethereum, but then there's also BNB that you have exposure to as well through the reactor, right? Now, these are great assets to have exposure with. And when you're pegged to Ethereum, that is killer, man. That's just totally awesome that way. But not only that, what I really like about EMP money, okay, is people always ask, well, what kind of a DeFi protocol or what should we be getting into or what should I look at, especially here now in the market that we're in, this bear market? Like, what should you do? Is it worth it? Is it worth my time? It is, absolutely. I believe it is. And one of the what you primarily should be looking at as a person getting in and really building in DeFi is you want to be able to get to work, not only just the developer of a program or of a protocol, but as an investor, as a person in crypto, you want to go to work. And so you want to be building within an ecosystem. And you want to be building and focusing on ecosystems that have a team, that have developers, and that have people that are there working and working hard to build the protocol. And they're there, like you said, you're transparent, right? And when you have a team that's there, open for their community, that's what you want, right? You want a team that you're going to be able to build with, okay? With a particular protocol, because when you're building that way in a bear market, man, this is gonna explode, man, once that bull market hits. I just know it. And people are in the right place at the right time when you're looking at an ecosystem like this.
Yes, brother. That's a amazing point. Again, we talk about it a lot in our own AMAs, but yeah, I mean, the fact that you can not only have that trust and transparency in a team, but now, like you said, we've been putting in work for the last 8 months,
Yeah.
building. While again, no matter how amazing the protocol is, nobody is immune to the bear market,
Mhm.
and so yes, we have seen peg slip a little bit. I mean, but we've built so many things in our ecosystem that you can still earn no matter what the peg is doing. And that's a very fundamental difference, based on other tomb fork models that we've been still able to produce. Again, it may not be the sexiest APR in the world, but anytime you're earning, again during a bear market especially, is incredible. Yeah, and crypto activity, you've made an amazing point. Now is the time to accumulate. If you're building your position in the bear market, once we have the next bull cycle and bull run, I mean, the rewards can be literally 3 or 4x what you're getting now, because Ethereum, I think that we will absolutely see, a $10,000 Ethereum during the next cycle. So yeah, I mean, it's just so I get hyped up again on my own project, but yeah, it's exciting for what the future holds.
Oh, absolutely. And just to touch on that other point that you made there is being able to earn while you learn. You see, that's another great thing about EMP that people don't realize is EMP money is not just about wanting to get a bunch of investors in the protocol and just invest money. You guys, or EMP money, wants educated investors, people that want to, build in a protocol and become educated. So if people don't understand DeFi, they don't understand how this Tomb Fork model works or how this whole DeFi ecosystem works, they're going to learn through that amazing academy that you guys put out, right? And so that's amazing with that. We're getting on here in time, so why don't we get into the new feature that you're coming out with here, the NFTs. Like, you guys are now you're partnering, right, with MDB, and you guys are coming up together with a new part of the ecosystem. It's an NFT, and it's not just an average NFT that you could have a fancy, pretty picture that you could store on your computer just to say that you have one either, right? There's more to it, isn't there?
Absolutely, brother. So yes, again, we've always been innovating, and we've always had this idea of an NFT on our roadmap. But we've had an amazing partnership with MDB. They're another DeFi protocol that again exemplifies everything that we were just talking about. Their founders are transparent. They're doxed. They're building. So again, they invested into our protocol as a revenue stream months ago, and so we've maintained that relationship with them. And now they released their own NFT about a month ago, and it sold out within like 2 minutes. So we saw the success of that. We said, hey, we're thinking about launching our own NFT. Why don't we, partner up, leverage both communities, and really make something special? So yeah, we're announcing our Sentinel Squadron NFT. It will be live tomorrow, Sunday, October 30th. Excuse me, at 8 a.m. Eastern, and or 12 UTC, depending on where you are in the world. And yeah, this is really exciting. So we let me go and get into what it is and how it works, and then we'll talk more about the minting process as well. So
Okay.
yeah, not only is this NFT an amazing investment opportunity, again, not financial advice, but it also produces great yield while also helping the ecosystem. So, we have built these ROI contracts on top of our platform. One is called the detonator, and one is called the reactor. And they have been running for, again, a long time now, have been producing amazing results. And these contracts are a better version of our farms, or how to lock up LP, and also reward those that are in. So over the long run, again, the only one complaint has been, and again, I say complaint, but I would say, maybe frustration is a better word, but is that you have to claim or compound in these contracts once a day. And we do that on purpose because not only does it drive daily engagement, but it doesn't let you accumulate a bunch of rewards that can drain the pool balances, like we've seen with other ROI contracts. So this was really part of the game theory in these contracts. And so not only do we want to have an option that helps the protocol, but now it's also an option for those that don't want to or compound rather in Reactor. They can get exposure to our protocol completely passively. So what we're doing is we're releasing 5,000 NFTs. They'll be $300 a piece. They'll be purchasable in BUSD or Phoenix Plus. Again, Phoenix Plus is a stable token with the MDB community. But if you're not familiar with that, BUSD is simple. But Phoenix Plus is awesome as well. So learn about that. But we take the funds, and then we will go into we will take the funds and go into the eShare BNB LP, and then deposit that into the reactor. So that is how the yield is going to be generated. We then become one of the largest good actors in that reactor contract by utilizing a 5-2 strategy, which is essentially we will compound 70% of our rewards daily, and then withdraw 30% of our rewards to distribute to the NFT holders. So it makes it to where, again, because we're compounding more than we're claiming, it's very healthy for the reactor protocol or the reactor contract. And everybody that's already in reactor should actually even see a bit of an increase on their rewards as well. So that's how the yield is produced. And we've been very conservative on what we're advertising, but we're hoping that the initial APR will be about 0.4% daily. And that is calculated on that $300 mint price. So again, that APR could go up dramatically if the price of eShare goes up, and a lot of other market conditions. So again, but that's a conservative estimate on what you're going to get, and you're going to get it in the form of eShare and MDB. So again, not only do you get to have exposure to our ecosystem, but now you're also getting exposure to MDB's ecosystem as well. So you buy the NFT, it sits in your wallet, and then we take those rewards from Reactor, and this is all done through a smart contract. So nobody is managing funds behind the scenes. It's all decentralized and trustless. So again, no expectation of profit from the work of others, but we are able to then utilize this code to distribute rewards. And because it's eShare B&B LP, we will break that LP. The eShare will be distributed directly, and then the B&B will be used to buy MDB off the market, and then that is what will be distributed as rewards. And so we looked into having it automatically show up in your wallet, but that was going to require a lot of gas fees. So rather than spending it on gas, we wanted to make sure we were giving the most rewards possible. So you will have to come to the website and claim your rewards. However, they accumulate. So you don't have to, you can do it once a day, you can do it once a week, you can do it once a month. There is no limit on claiming, and you will always have those rewards waiting for you. And so finally, and again, I'll give you, I'm sure you have some questions there, crypto activator. So one last thing I just want to say was, when you get your eShare and MDB, everybody says, well, what do I do with it? Well, again, both of those tokens have great liquidity where you could sell a portion. However, again, like we spoke about earlier, in the bear market, you want to be, accumulating assets. And so both eShare and MDB are income producing assets. So with eShare, you can put them in the boardroom, which is part of our mechanism on our protocol to earn more EMP. Or with MDB, you can stake it in their protocol and earn even more MDB. So again, we definitely say take profit, but over the long run, this is a great way to accumulate income producing assets during a bear market. So yeah, sorry, bro. I know it was a lot of info, but any questions on that?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, sure. No, absolutely. That's really good. You're able to take the profits from the yield that you're getting here, and then you take those profits and you put those profits to work to earn more profits. And
Exactly.
that's the whole thing about the ecosystem that I really like, being able to keep growing it and just exponentially grow your yield, which is fantastic. So with these NFTs, okay, so you actually answered quite a bit right there with all of that information.
Yeah,
But
no
the
worries. We can
yield
go
is,
over it more. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, 0.4% yield for the NFTs, right? And that fluctuates depending on how things are going with the e-shares and that. So it's not a set yield, but it will fluctuate. It could go down a little bit, but it could also go up a little bit as well, all depending
Absolutely.
on how things are going with the protocol, correct?
Absolutely, yes. It is a variable APR. It's not fixed. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good. And so now, question on these NFTs. Is it like, for a good example, one of a part of the ecosystem with EMP money is there's nodes, right? And if people are familiar with other nodes and other protocols as well, they are a sunk cost, right? So you go and you purchase a node, whether if you go and you spend $1,000 on the nodes or something, and they are a sunk cost, you don't get that back, okay? But you get a yield, and that yield also isn't forever. It is for a certain amount of time, right? And or until, not in time, but a percentage, for example, 400% on our on the notes, right? How does that work with these NFTs? Is it a sunk cost, or does it end at any time?
Yeah, so amazing question. So yeah, so this is the best of both worlds. Not only is it an income producing asset through the NFT, but it's not a sunk cost because we will have a secondary market, and here's some major alpha that I just heard earlier today. I'm releasing it first on your channel, Crypto Activator. So we now have a partnership with NFT Trade or nftrade.com. That will be going live tomorrow after the mint. But that will be or the official marketplace that we have all of these NFTs on the secondary market on. And yeah, so if you were not happy with the APR, then you could sell your NFT on that market. And again, you as the investor are able to set that price. So again, it's whatever the market will bear on the secondary market. But theoretically, if the APR, is maybe even higher than that 0.4%, then that could also have some baked in value where you're actually making money on the price appreciation of the NFTs themselves while they're yielding, which is just incredible. And to that point, we just finished our legendary auction. We auctioned off two of our three legendary NFTs literally right before this AMA, and they went for $10,000 to the highest bidder. So that just gives a little indication. Again, I mean, not financial advice,
Hmm.
but when you look at minting an NFT for 300 from our mint price, there could be some serious price appreciation on the NFTs alone. After we're up and rolling with all this. So and also to your point, there is no runway or lifespan on the yield. So as long as the reactor is healthy and paying, because that's where the revenue is coming from, then these NFTs could pay out, indefinitely. And so we have a lot of other ways in our protocol focusing on revenue streams. That's fresh capital coming in, not reliant on new volume. Again, we license our detonator contract as a service. We have other income producing assets in our treasury. And so all those funds will be used to support the detonator and reactor and the peg price over the long run. So, and again, we're giving a lot of love to eShare, but we also have plans through what we're calling superchargers, where we are able to take 10% of all the incoming volume. Because, and I forgot to mention this a little earlier. So the other beautiful part on Reactor is when the funds are entered into that contract. If you have a big enough deposit, you can do what's called a win it now button. And that win it now button it's open to anybody. There's no unfair advantage. But that win it now will actually double your investment. So now the 1.5 million dollars, if and when, I say when, not if, we sell out, that 1.5 becomes actually $3 million, generating the yield in that contract. So again, that being said, as long as the reactor protocol or the reactor contract is paying, then the NFTs will be paying as well. And over time, again, we may see the APR, like you said, go up and down. Nothing in crypto is a guarantee, but between what it yields and just the pure, price appreciation over time, we could see some amazing results.
Oh, absolutely. And with all of this that you're mentioning here, all of these income streams that are feeding into these NFTs, I think it's important as well to mention that like a lot of other protocols or a lot of DeFi protocols, there are ROI contracts out there. They're strictly just like Ponzi-nomics, right? They're just feeding with just new income, new investors' money coming in order to pay those that are already in that contract. With
Totally.
this contract here, or with EMP money, especially, but especially with these NFTs and the reactor, and that is there's a lot more to it than just a new money coming in order to pay out this yield, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely, brother. You again make an amazing point. And I just heard again today, one of those Ponzi-nomic projects, Ooze Finance, they just closed up shop as well. So all these DeFi projects that are reliant on, the Ponzi, old or new money paying out old money, that is a flawed mechanism. Again,
Yeah.
there's a reason why, Ponzi schemes are illegal, because they just don't work. So we are the farthest thing from that. I mean, again, there may be some Ponzi-nomic elements that help with our game theory, but it's truly we don't rely on any new volume, which is incredible because again, and we've seen that play out in real time because again, through this bear market, all the volume has really died off. But we still maintained, over $2 million of liquidity on the EMP LP. And again, reactor and detonator, we're still paying out daily. We've never missed a day of interest that has paid out. We've never had an exploit. We've never missed a deadline, and not a lot of other crypto projects, I can't say that. So yeah, the proof is in our history.
Oh, absolutely. So a question on the yield with the NFT. Let's take, for example, I mean, initially they're coming out, going to be sold for like $300. So let's say a person buys the NFT for $300. You're going to get that 0.4% yield on the 300 for that NFT. If, for example, either two things happen, say the value of the NFTs, they increase, okay? How is the yield on an increased value of that NFT? Or as well, if a person were to sell that NFT for, of course, a higher value, let's say someone comes and buys it for 500 or $7 or even $1,000 for these NFT because they're going to be limited. If a person pays that higher price, what does their yield work out to on that new price?
Yes, so another great question. So all the APR that we've been mentioning and referring to is based on that $300 mint price. And so the secondary value of the NFT, that has no impact on the APR. It's simply just based on supply and demand. No matter if it goes up or goes down, that APR that we refer to is based on that initial mint price of $300, and it's the dollar value. So again, that's why I said if eShare and MDB go parabolic, that is actually a lot much larger dollar value that you're getting in these rewards, which then will shoot the APR up. So again, there's just so many variables that we've been really vague on purpose because it's nearly impossible to do the math on what the future holds. But the initial APR of 0.4% on $300 is where we're at. And what does happen though is if you buy more than one NFT, say you buy two, that's $600. So it would be 0.4% on $600, not $300. So that is where you could maximize your yield is by having multiple NFTs.
Right, absolutely. And those tokens, they've actually been doing very well over the past, past few days actually. So
Yes, absolutely. If you look at the eShare chart or even the MDB chart, I mean, again, over the last few days with eShare, really since MDB
it's just
was
going up.
started, yep, it's been up and to the right, exactly. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's phenomenal, man. It's doing well. And so another point, another question, quick question here is, I don't know sure if you mentioned or not. Let's see here. The yield that you're getting, right? Reactor, detonator, we have to claim that or compound that daily. With these NFTs, we don't have to do that. We can come in once a week or once every couple of weeks, and then we can claim our rewards, right?
Exactly. Yep, that was the other major part because typically with an NFT, there really isn't a lot of use case. And so with us, we wanted to focus on use case first. So again, not only is it a really cool robot picture, again, we call them our sentinels because sentinel is a being that oversees, something or the project for the greater good. And so that was all the theming behind what we did. But yeah, again, to answer your question, a lot of people get frustrated that they have to compound or claim every day. Those that do have the time to do that are earning insanely well. Again, Reactor, I think it's paying 0.8% daily if you're compounding on your own. So again, it's all a matter of your investment preference. But this is an amazing option for those that don't want to have to, press the button every day. They can just buy an NFT and and sit back. So
Yeah.
yeah, and you will have to claim eventually, but those rewards will accumulate. So it could be every day, once a week or once a month, whatever is convenient.
All right. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to this myself. So I know this is coming up very shortly here. This mint,
It
this
is. We
the
are.
milestone.
Yeah, brother. We are within the 24-hour window, man.
Yeah.
Again, we've been doing. I literally have done about 20 AMAs over the last week. Again, it's been a wild ride. You may be able to hear it in my voice. I'm a little tired today, but this is what I live for. I love it, and this really has helped the whole protocol get a lot more eyeballs on it. And as you can see, on the charts, like we just said, it's been responding very positively. So yes, to give you the last breakdown. So as far as the mint will happen tomorrow at October 30th, Sunday, at 8 a.m. Eastern or 12 UTC, and the mint will happen on the MDB website. So we will be releasing the official link. We're hoping to have it out 24 hours in advance, but we're a little behind today, but it will be out within the next few hours. It may even already be out based on this AMA. My team, again, is working in the background, but don't ever click any DMs or links that somebody sends you. It will be pinned in all of our social media. So Twitter, Telegram, and Discord will have the same link. Make sure it is the same link. And so you will show up on again 8 a.m. tomorrow Eastern or 12 UTC. You show up on that Mint page, and then you have to have again at least $300 of BUSD in your wallet. You will connect your wallet, and then you will be able to mint the NFTs starting tomorrow. So, and we also have a very, very unique way of doing this mint. So, with NFTs, it's all about FOMO, where again, you want to
Yeah.
build as much hype as you can, but we also want to be really fair to give everybody a shot as well. So, we are minting a total of 5,000 NFTs, but we're only minting 500 at a time. So, we're doing 10 30-minute windows. We're calling these windows or blocks. Again, all this can be reviewed on our white paper as well. But the first block, 30 minutes, will be 500 NFTs. And those are probably going to sell out within like 1 minute. So if they sell in 1 minute, then you have to wait 29 minutes, and then the next window will open. And so after that, in window two, another 500 will be available. And again, whether it mints out in a minute or 10 minutes, then you wait till the next window, and so on and so forth. So if we get to a point though where, say, in the fifth or sixth window, where only 300 or 200 NFTs are minted, we don't get to the full 500. That will signify the end of the entire mint. So in reality, there may be even less NFTs available. So you really want to make sure that you're there and waiting. Again, I know 5 hours is a long time, but we want to be fair to everybody around the world. And again, you'll be able to get into each window, and we really feel like we could see a sellout. So if you're not able to get one, I apologize in advance, but you got to be ready and waiting. And if you don't get one, you may be able to get a good deal on the secondary market as well. But we're really excited, and again, if you have any questions about that, feel free to join any of our socials. Again, Discord and Telegram. We're always willing and ready to help. And so, yeah, we're super excited. And if you want one last minute reminder as well, go to learnempmoney.com/NFT, and that will give you a last minute reminder for the mint. So, through email. That's an email. So, but yeah, you don't have to, no whitelist, no special priority. All you have to do is show up on the date and time, and start buying. So yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. Yeah, and so that's coming down. That's coming up pretty quick here, actually. People got, be up. Make
It
sure you're
is.
up early.
I know, brother. We may be up all night at this point.
Yeah,
So yeah, we're excited. Again, it is very early for us in the U.S., but we have
yeah,
a major community in Europe and Australia. So we want it to be very fair to everybody involved, while still, creating that FOMO of you got to get in, man. You got to get
yeah.
them.
Okay, absolutely. All right. Well, yeah. I don't know. Is there anything else anything else we want to mention here? Any final
Yeah, no,
thoughts?
that
Or
so yeah, I mean, we really are focused on the NFT right now. However, this has been a catalyst for what we call the final form of EMP. So I mentioned it a little bit earlier about how we're getting away from the tomb fork model. We'll
yeah,
always be pegged to Ethereum. You'll always have exposure to ETH and BNB, but we really want to become the premier passive income platform on Binance Smart Chain or BNB network. And so with that, there is some downside in runaway inflation that a lot of these tomb forks experience, no matter how awesome, the economics are. So we're going to be working on different ways of mitigating that to, again, make the protocol even more bulletproof. And I mean, even now, we were at about zero point 0.4 peg, which is fairly low. But even over the last like 48 hours, we're back up to almost zero point 0.7 peg. And once we get to that 1.00 peg, that is when the protocol really starts to fire on all cylinders. So not financial
oh yeah,
advice, but because we are pegged to Ethereum, buying EMP right now is essentially buying ETH at a discounted rate, because as long as you're confident that we're able to recover peg fully, then that is a baked in, price appreciation of upwards of 50% at this point. So again, there's major opportunity here, and with all the other protocols rugging again, ooze just today, stable fund, yield nodes, wealth mountain, all the big guys are falling apart, and we just continue to deliver, day after day after day. So yeah, we'd love to have you. And again, the academy is very important as well. That gives you a wealth of knowledge on how to participate in our ecosystem the best way possible, and also maximize your earnings in the protocol as well. So with that, again, we have a ton of partnerships we're rolling out. Again, we could do a whole AMA on the future of EMP, but we're really excited, and the future is very bright at EMP. So yeah, and I don't know if you want to take a few questions from the community, maybe. We got
yeah.
about maybe 10 minutes left. Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
brother. Yeah.
Let's see here. What is there? What do we have here? We've got. Oh, we've got one here from Randy. There's one. Will we be able to do partial claims or claims on one of the other tokens?
Yes, so that's a great question, Randy. So
Yeah,
as it's set up right now, it will be a non-partial claim. So again, I'm sorry, eShare and MTB will accumulate. It should be about a 50-50 ratio. Again, it may fluctuate a little on that department as well. But yeah, as of right now, it's both assets all together when you finally do claim. But that might be something we can do later on if the community wants that. But yeah, great question.
right. Okay, and here's another one here. Let's. If I were to. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Look at
Yeah,
you. Yeah, hey
I'm
man,
new
this
on
is
these
yeah
streams
for,
here, right? So,
for your for your first AMA, man.
uh,
Crypto activator, you're killing it, bro. You're killing
yeah.
it.
So, how will the funds be distributed between MDB and EMP? Is it all going at once or over time?
Yes, so again, it will be on a daily schedule. So we are doing that again. I mentioned a little earlier, 70% of the rewards through Reactor will be compounded, um, and 30% of the rewards will be claimed. So of those 30%, rewards that we claim. Again, that is in BNB eShare LP tokens. So we'll do that every day, and then those LPs will then be broken, which means we unpair them, and so you have eShare and you have BNB left over. And then the BNB side will be used to buy MDB off the market, and then that is what we then distribute. So the eShare and the MDB will then be distributed. And again, we may do it at random throughout the day. It won't be, the same time, so we don't get front run by bots. But yeah, the short answer is it will be on a daily schedule, and again at random over that. So yeah.
All right. Okay. That's great. Now, let's see here. Any other questions out there, guys? Anyone out there have anything in here? We've got, let's see here, what's this? Let's see this. This one's been answered, but the answer is yes, of course,
Yes,
right? They can be
absolutely.
sold, right?
Yep. So
Right
yep,
there,
and
right?
we'll have a link. Again, we just announced on this AMA that the Pure Alpha that we are working with NFT Trade. Again, it's a little confusing. It's NF Trade. It's not two T's. So nftrade.com. They're the premier secondary market on the Binance Smart Chain or BNB network. OpenSea is the big one, but that's on ETH, and we're not on Ethereum network. So this is our partner. We'll have a link, and so yeah, you'll be able to list your NFT for whatever price you see fit. And I didn't even mention, or maybe I did, but just to clarify, we get a 5% royalty on all the sales on the secondary market. So that will be another revenue stream back into our treasury that we'll actually use to buy and burn EMP. So now we have another way of maintaining PEG for the long term. And again, the better we are, at maintaining PEG, the more value in eShare as well. So again, we have what we call a closed loop economy. So one thing, the price of eShare affects the price of EMP, and vice versa. And so when everything is firing on all cylinders, that's when all of us can make the most money possible, in the ecosystem. And again, eShare is the profit taking avenue. So what we don't want you to do is sell EMP. EMP is actually the utility token to earn more eShare. So again, I know that's a lot to take in. Learn that in our academy, and you'll be a lot more up to date on what we say. But I just want to mention that. So yeah, Joe says alarm clock set. Huh? I love it. He's
Yeah.
ready. Joe PV Trader. He's one of our long-term community members. So yeah.
Yeah. The not selling EMP. Here's something that I like to think of it this way, and I've mentioned this before as well. When you have a protocol like this, EMP money. Okay, so the EMP token it's a seed, right? It's the seed token, and so you can think of it this way, like a farmer, right? And in the spring, a farmer he goes and he grabs himself a big bag of seed, right? So he's got his EMP seeds. And so what is he going to do in the springtime? He's going to go and plant all these EMP seeds, right? Get a huge crop of EMP seeds. And what does the EMP seed grow? Well, it doesn't grow EMP. It grows eShares is what
eShare.
it's doing, right? And
I
so
love
in
it.
the spring, when an EMP or when a farmer goes and gets his big bag of seed for his upcoming crop this year, number one, he realizes that he's not going to be able to harvest. If it's Monday, he's not harvesting on Friday. Okay. He's not even harvesting, the Friday 2 or 3 weeks down the road. He understands that he's going to have to wait until the fall to reap his harvest, right? So if he's hungry, does he now take his bag of seeds and now go to the market and sell his seeds? Like, why would you do that, right? He doesn't go and sell his seeds. He plants his seeds so that he can grow some crops, right? So it's the same thing with EMP, right? If you have a big bag of EMP, right, you're not going to want to go and start selling your EMP because it's seed. You want to plant it and put it to work so that you can grow your e-shares, right? So you gotta have the same mentality as the farmer here, and that's what we're doing, right? We're yield farming, right? We're farming a yield of e-shares, and so people got to think of it that way. So hey, don't sell your EMP, or are you selling? Why are you selling your seed, man? Like you got to
Totally.
understand. So hey, I think you need to go back to school here. Go back to the EMP Academy and learn what you're doing to become a proper farmer, right? So yeah,
I
absolutely.
love it. I love
Yeah,
it, Crypto Activator, man. That was beautiful, brother. You're preaching it, and it's true. I mean, again, there's no ulterior motives, here. Like it's based on pure math, and
yeah,
how the protocol operates is that you're able to make more, through eShare than selling EMP alone. So yeah, a great analogy that we talk about a lot for sure, brother. So yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Here's one last question here, I guess, is from Casey. He says, does the compounding of the NFT raise in Reactor directly affect the APR of the NFT yield?
Yeah, so again, another amazing question from your community. Casey, again, one of our awesome community members. But yes, so yeah, the short answer is for sure. So again, because we are using this compounding strategy, which is what we always recommend, we do what we say and we say what we do, within our protocol. And so we've always said it's better to claim more than compound. And by doing that, you're actually able to ROI faster or ROI or make more money because you're building your position through compound interest. And so,
Mhm.
yeah, the short answer is absolutely. And again, it's done by compounding more than we claim. So now, the pool balance in Reactor is growing because we're compounding more than claiming. And, we didn't even mention this, but there's a lottery mechanic inside of the reactor where depending on how much you compound you get tickets, and then those tickets make you eligible for a potential lottery every day. And so just imagine when this NFT pool wins a lottery, that will be more funds going to again pay out the APR or the yield that we're discussing. So there's so many benefits to everybody, and it's healthy for the protocol overall because, again, we would never want to hurt the people that are already in Reactor. Again, there may be some dilution on your LP, but the idea is that, that LP is now worth a lot more and it's a lot more valuable. So, really, based on dollars, you're actually making more money than you were before. So, yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Uh,
I love it. Yes, he knew it. Again, I know we have a bunch of our awesome community. Yes, and thank you guys for clarifying all this. And then yeah, Joe, exactly what I just said. I love it. And so yeah, the NFT will be able to win the lottery, but it's for the pool, not individual NFTs. So yeah,
yes, absolutely. Okay,
awesome, brother.
I think
Yeah,
we've got it all here, and we are at the top of the hour almost here, and
that was
sure
amazing.
you got more
Well,
to do.
yeah, I really appreciate your time, brother. And again, you've always been a great supporter of EMP. I love your viewpoints on the protocol. And yeah, man, we're really excited for tomorrow. Shout out to all the crypto activator community. And yeah, man, I would love to do a follow up AMA after we sell out tomorrow. That would be amazing. So yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Okay, yeah, it's been exciting. It's been great. So we will leave it with this, and for all of those watching, make sure you smash that like button. Drop me a comment down there too. Let's get this, yeah, let's get this AMA up there. Let's boost it up. Let's boost this channel so people get some, so it gets noticed more, guys. And
absolutely.
we'll
And
see
all the
you
EMP
next time,
community,
guys.
make sure we show a bunch of love as well. Again, we have the best community in crypto. Somebody can fight me on that for sure.
Yeah,
So yeah, we
absolutely.
love we love all of our we call them emperors and empresses. So
Yeah.
yeah, brother, no doubt. So All right, awesome. Well, we will see everybody tomorrow, again, October 30th, 8 a.m. Eastern or noon UTC. And all the links and more info will be in our socials and probably in the description of this video as well. So awesome. All right. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye bye.